It's February 3rd here at Growing Spaces, and it's the perfect time to get your spring crops going. After the winter solstice, about a month after, things start growing and they also start going to seed. So your annuals and your biannuals, they're gonna be finishing their life here in the next month or two. So you wanna have plenty of starts to make sure that all your beds stay full year round, maximize your space in your dome. So here we are with a bunch of trays and things we wanna get going. I have greenhouse variety cucumbers, Excelsior and Mini-Me. I have some tomatoes, because you know they're long season, so the sooner you get them going the better, but not too soon. I usually say first or second week of February. We have some bok choy, some kale, some chard, all your year-round crops that'll be nice and big for next winter. So I'm just labeling here. Always label, it's gonna make it so much easier on you later. And we start with good soil, good bag soil from the store. I used roots this time. And I do reuse my pots every year, but wash them really well because it's always a safe bet. So here we are in the 26th, and as you can see, February, things are starting to flower. We got them getting kind of leggy. This is even sending out little shoots on the side, and some people like to leave them for flowers and for their bees and that kind of thing, and I certainly will some, but these we're gonna pull out this bed and replant it with some of those starts. So we're gonna save a space here for the tomatoes that we're going to put in, because here we have a vent, perfect spot for tomatoes. They go there every year. And we're going to use this kale because it's not too far gone. It's still going to make delicious salads and soups. And amend the soil and replant it. Okay, so we got the bed all amended, loosened up, and ready for planting. As you saw, we fertilized a little bit with powder fertilizer. This time, I used BioLife. There's so many good ones. This is just 5-4-2 because I had a tomato here and I had a bunch of brassicas. It's always gonna be the nitrogen. So it also brings some good probiotics and stuff back into the soil, and this is just one of my go-to good ones. And I'm sure you have many other options there. I'm gonna put this here because I'm gonna plant a tomato here. Right in front of the vent. You want maximum ventilation for your tomatoes? It's a perfect spot every year. Does really well. And now I'm gonna plant these Siberian kales and kohlrabi in this spot, because direct east, when the fig tree blooms out, which we gotta think of these things ahead of time, where we're placing things. When that blooms out, we're only gonna get half-day light here, and really mostly like morning light, and it's a generally cooler spot than, say, the south side, so perfect for brassica family stuff. Easy peasy. I'm going to plant some parsley. There we go. So the Siberian kale gets enormous. You've seen it in other videos. And so I give it like 1.5 feet. But what I'm doing is I'm planting kohlrabi kind of close to it to maximize that ground space, to really utilize every little bit of fertilized earth I've got. And that kohlrabi is going to ripen up under that Siberian kale. And then by the time it's time to harvest that, the Siberian kale will be getting nice and big, and I can plant some cilantro under there or some arugula, that kind of thing. Okay, so for review, we got some starts going, we planted seeds, we let them sprout. We came in here and we got some kale that was going to flower, which we can expect of a lot of things in the spring, right around February after the winter solstice. Days are getting longer, so we have plants ready to go. And then here, because we're on the east side and it's got that cool morning light and then protection from the hottest sun of the day, we planted some brassicas, but we will plant a tomato here too. So we plotted out where it's going to go. We kind of sectioned it off, and we planted a Siberian kale here and one here. They get huge, so we gave them plenty of space, but we did plant some tiny parsleys all around the tomato, what it will eventually be, and some kohlrabis. And we hope that you have a successful summer, fall, winter garden, and hope this video was very helpful. Thanks.